Introduction. The RCC structure has two parts: superstructure and substructure. Superstructure is the part above plinth level and used for occupancy for a specific purpose. Substructure or foundation is the part below plinth level, used for below purposes. 1. To transmit loads and moments of superstructure including self-weight safely to the soil underneath, without exceeding the safe bearing capacity of the soil. 2. To ensure structure's overall stability, by checking excessive differential settlements, tilting, cracking, uplift pressures, and overturning. Basis of design. The foundations are designed in such a way that center of gravity of loads acting on a foundation should coincide with the center of gravity of foundation area. Both center of gravity are worked out for plan areas. This will result in uniform uplift pressure on foundation, further stopping tilt of foundation. The depth of the foundation should not be less than 500 mm. The minimum depth of foundation is determined by Rankine's formula as depth B is greater than or equal to P upon gamma into 1 minus sine phi upon 1 plus sine phi whole squared, where P equals safe bearing capacity of the soil, gamma equals specific weight of the soil, phi equals angle of repose of the soil. Classification of foundations. Different types of foundations are provided, depending upon the type of structure, distribution of load, type and capacity of subsoil, pressure and level of water table etc. Foundations are broadly classified as shallow and deep foundations, depending upon depth and width ratio. If depth and width ratio of a foundation is less than or equal to 1, the foundation is said to be shallow foundation. If depth and width ratio of a foundation is greater than 1, the foundation is said to be deep foundation. Shallow foundations are classified as footings. The base of footing is enlarged to provide stability and to reduce pressure intensity on soil. 1. Isolated footings. These are provided for single columns or walls. 2. Combined footings are provided for grouping 2 or more columns. 3. Continuous or strip footings. A strip footing is provided for numbers of columns in a row. 4. Strap footings. A strap footing consists of 2 columns connected by a strap beam. These are provided for distant columns, especially when one lies at edge of plot. 5. Raft or mat footings. When soil has low bearing capacity and individual footings covers more than 50% of plot area. These are provided when a number of column loads are to be supported by a single slab. Deep foundations are classified as 1. Pile foundations. When loads are heavy and soil is poor in bearing, a pile is a slender member which transfer the load either through its lower end into a strong strata or may transfer the load to the surrounding soil by friction. 2. Pier foundations, used for bridges, rivers, etc. Pier is a cylindrical body of concrete, which transfers the loads to the soil underneath. Isolated footings. These are the individual, square and rectangular footings of each column, having any type of cross-section, like square, rectangular, circular, and hexagonal, etc. Isolated footings are provided when loads are small and soil has just sufficient bearing capacity. These are of two types: uniform thickness footings, tapered footings.
For complete course and step-by-step illustration, please subscribe full course on Structural Analysis and Design app. Also subscribe YouTube channel Matrix Digital Solutions. Thanks for watching.